In the world we live in today, it's just not enough to simply back up your data anymore. The whole game has changed, and the goal has shifted from just simple recovery to something much, much more powerful: resilience. And let's just cut right to the chase, right? Why does this even matter? Well, get this. A staggering 1 in every 3 organizations that gets hit with ransomware, they've been successfully attacked more than once. It's like a revolving door of digital disaster, and it proves that the old ways of defending ourselves just aren't cutting it. And the attacks themselves? Oh, they're evolving. We're seeing this constant stream of what are called zero-day exploits, where attackers use brand new, unknown vulnerabilities in software. A perfect example is the evil video exploit targeting the Telegram app, which turned what looked like a harmless video file into a secret backdoor for malware. And then you've got phishing. Remember those clunky emails with bad grammar? Yeah, those days are long gone. Attackers are now using incredibly clever tactics, like abusing legitimate URL protection services, to wrap their malicious links in a cloak of trust, tricking even the most savvy users. And the scale of these attacks, it's just breathtaking. In just the first half of 2024, 8.5 million, that's right, 8.5 million distributed denial of service, or DDoS, attacks were stopped. It's just a relentless digital flood trying to knock businesses completely offline. But here's the kicker. It's not just about attackers trying to smash down the front door anymore. Nah, they're going for the keys to the entire kingdom, your user credentials. This isn't just a battle, it's a completely unwinnable arms race if you're still fighting with yesterday's game plan. Okay, so let's map this out. First, we're going to talk about why this is an unwinnable arms race. Then we'll get into what it means to go beyond just backup and achieve true cyber resilience. We'll also dive into why identity is such a critical weak spot and how pulling data and identity protection together is the way forward. And finally, we'll wrap up by asking the biggest question of all: are you truly prepared? So yeah, we're in an unwinnable arms race. The sheer amount and different types of threats just prove that a purely defensive strategy, just building higher and higher digital walls, is totally inadequate when the enemy already knows how to get inside. This new reality means we have to completely change how we think. It's a fundamental shift from defense to resilience. The modern approach means accepting a hard truth. It's not a matter of if you get hit, but when. The real question is, how fast can you get back on your feet? And that brings us to the main event, cyber resilience. So what is it? It's an organization's ability to do more than just recover. It's the ability to prepare for, to withstand, to recover from, and ultimately to rebuild after any cyber attack. It's the whole shebang, a full life cycle approach. Now, what's so cool about this slide is how clearly it shows the shift in thinking. Traditional data protection, it's all reactive. You back things up, something bad happens, you restore. But cyber resilience is proactive and it's holistic. It's all about preparing and withstanding the hit before you ever have to slam that recover button. And listen, this isn't just some abstract theory. This is a massive strategic shift that's happening right now. As Darren Thompson from Convault puts it, the entire industry is transforming to provide comprehensive cyber resilience. This is the new standard, folks. So how do we build this resilience? Well, you start by focusing on the weakest link. We're zooming in from the big picture strategy to the nitty-gritty tactic of securing identities. Because let's be honest, your biggest vulnerability probably isn't your firewall. It's a single compromised user account. The numbers here are just stark. In 2024, nearly a third, 1 out of every 3 security incidents came from compromised privileged identities. A third of all breaches happened because an attacker got their hands on legitimate credentials that had powerful access. And this right here is exactly why the zero-trust security model has become so incredibly important. The idea behind it is simple but powerful. Trust no one by default. It doesn't matter if they're inside or outside your network. Every single attempt to get access has to be verified. So, how do you actually do that in the real world? One of the key tools is a credential vault. Put simply, it's a highly secure digital safe that's specifically designed to store, manage, and protect your most sensitive credentials. Your passwords, your SSH keys, your API keys, all of it. And this visual just nails the point. Securing those high-level credentials, the keys held by your admins, your applications, all your automated services, that is the absolute bedrock of a modern, effective zero-trust strategy, period.
Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now let's look at the how. This is where we see the solution in action by bringing the worlds of data protection and identity security together as one.
And this is happening through some really smart partnerships. You've got data resilience platforms like Commvault integrating directly with the leaders in identity security like CyberArk and Delinea. They're bridging that critical gap between protecting your data and protecting the credentials that can get to it.
The process is actually really elegant and just makes sense. First, your data platform connects to that secure credential vault. This lets you centralize and automatically rotate sensitive passwords. Then, for a critical job like a data restore, temporary access is granted just in time. And here's the magic part. As soon as the job is done, that access is automatically revoked. No more standing privileges, no more lingering risk.
And this isn't just about better security. It's about better business. When you unify these systems, you get real, tangible benefits. You reduce the risk of costly downtime, you make it way easier to comply with regulations like SOX, HIPAA, and GDPR, and you free up your IT team to innovate instead of constantly putting out fires.
Which brings us to our final takeaway, and it's really a question for you and your organization. After seeing all the threats and the new solutions, it's time to take a hard look and ask, are we truly prepared? Because this is the ultimate goal, right? To move past just having a plan on paper and to turn cyber readiness into a functional reality, an actual capability that lets your business take a hit and just keep on moving forward. And that leaves us with one last provocative question to think about. Your data is backed up, we get it. But is your business resilient? Are you prepared not just to restore a few files, but to actually withstand an attack, recover your operations, and rebuild stronger than you were before? That is the real challenge in today's world.